What is up? What is up?
Hello.
How
We're
you doing?
back.
We're back. We're back to deliver you the news.
Doing well.
Everything great. Everything you've wanted and need to know. Again from the road because we're hustling. We're out here hustling. This is Live to Tell. Tell to
Yeah.
Live. Coming up next.
I don't have jokes. Not today.
For those of you watching at home or on your phone or in an airplane or wherever you are,
Yeah.
the beauty of that break is you can't hear us talking, so you don't know what we just said. What up?
So secretive. We should do like a.
What?
Oh yeah, I was saying once we get this going, we need to do like a behind the scenes, like the
Nope.
outtakes or something.
No, we don't. No, we don't. But just remember, Cassie, in today's world, the camera is always rolling. So don't do stuff. I heard a quote once. I think it was Seinfeld. Just don't say anything you don't want other people to know. Like, if you say anything that you would be worried about someone else getting pissed off about, just don't say it. Hold it in.
Okay.
This world,
All right.
there are no secrets. But we are going to release one who's our first one. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Yeah. So in the streaming wars of all of this, like the Disney and the Netflix and the Hulu and insert whatever here. So Disney, this seems like a no-brainer to me, but they banned Netflix ads as like their streaming site is getting launched. I mean, of course they did. They're Disney. They're ruthless and they're good at what they do. I'm going to see how Disney ends up doing once they roll out their streaming service. I feel like for families, at the very least, it'll be big.
At some point, there's going to be a command center created where you can aggregate all of your watching devices into one so that you can still have the separate things. Therefore, in my opinion, it's better that they all just get along. It's just going to be easier. So I understand the purpose. It's too bad we live in such a competitive world where one company needs to ban advertising for fear that they're going to steal customers. News alert, Disney. Everybody already knows what Netflix is. They don't need to advertise on your network.
Sure. All right. We're moving on to celebrity then.
Moving on up.
All right. So Travis Kalanick, who is the former CEO of Uber, he acquired this ghost kitchen company. So he's been making deals like internationally since then. But I guess this is going to try to be like his new thing. I don't know. I guess we'll see what it does. But with third-party delivery, it's still a huge thing. It's another thing like streaming. There's a lot of names in the ring right now.
It's already out. What are you buying? We have clients that have done this. It's smart. You take a kitchen. You don't need the storefront. It's a delivery-only concept. There's a brand in Chicago called Zigzag Kitchen. All they do is rent out space in one of these other kitchens and serve their product. So I don't know what you're buying other than a name. But the guy's smart, so he probably knows something that I don't.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
All right. Cash money. So ahead of the holidays, and I can't believe that Black Friday is like a thing that's pretty soon, like a month away, Target is going to be partnering to relaunch Toys R Us, their website at the very least. It'll give them at the very least an online presence ahead of the season. I mean, it's not a dumb move, I don't think, for Target just to try to get in on some of those games or toys, but it's still, I feel like Amazon continues to crush everyone, especially if they have deals and Prime days and all that fun stuff. But
first,
Toys R Us is back from the dead.
Can you sing the Toys R Us theme song?
No.
I don't want to grow up.
Oh,
I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with.
I forgot about that.
Something to trains to video games. Biggest toy store there is. Look, hold on. Watch this. I don't know if I can do this. Watch, Cassie. This is
okay.
How many human beings are potentially watching.
And are hearing you sing, yeah, just all the leaders, and it's like, here I am sitting in the corner singing the Toys R Us to an adult over a podcast.
Yeah, but they can't hear anything, so all they're doing is peeking like every three. And this isn't even our group. I went to another area to try to get away from our group. So they're just like, I just go like this.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I should have tried to like say stuff that would make you just say really weird things.
Sorry. You don't need to even try. I'll do it anyway.
Appreciate that. Yep. I guess we can move on. What's up next? Forward thinking.
Forward thinking. That's how you move on.
That is how I move on. All right. So, oh my God, here's this. It's talking about podcasts. So let's see how we're doing. But the BBC found that podcasts are better at engaging listeners this again seems like a no-brainer than an ad on TV. Because when you're on TV, if an ad comes on that you can't fast forward through, you're going to do something else during it. And if you're listening to a podcast, you're listening to it because you give a shit about what the other people are saying on it. Yeah, no kidding. All right.
All 12 of you. Of course. Engaged.
Oh, man.
Yes.
So
next.
engaged. All right, next. So, Instagram, I guess they have this new create mode. I haven't even heard about this. Instagram, I feel like changes everything. Oh, it's like a create mode so they can do throwbacks into features, things like stories that you can bring back. I told you, and I'll say it again, they are going to Facebook the hell out of Instagram, and they are going to ruin the platform that they have. You're so over it that we're just going to look out the window.
Yeah. Next.
All right.
It's like that Wendy's story we talked about last week. It's like, okay.
Great. People use Instagram because it's successful because of the way it is. The more shit that you throw at it, you're going to, I don't know.
Exactly.
It bothers me. All right.
Moving on.
We're heating up. So.
Are we? Are we already heating up?
Yeah. Instagram is our foe.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. So.
What are we talking about?
The fact that it is an employee-run economy and what that can mean for your business.
Ooh.
So things like Glassdoor and Yelp reviews, quitting, ghosting, all the fun that comes with today's workforce.
Can I will you a minute of this one too?
Hell yeah.
All right, good. So the point of this was twofold. One is it is an employee work environment. That means the employee is in completely control. This is why they blast you on Glassdoor. This is why they are holding businesses accountable. Now, there, in my opinion, is going to be some sort of intersection. It swayed in 2008 way over to the employer side. And now employers are like, screw you, employers. You mistreated me, and it went all the way over. But the reality is when it starts balancing out somewhere in the middle where we're like, all right, look, work-life balance is important. Flexibility with work from home, let's work through that. Let's be fair with vacation policies. Let's pay on a scale that is not only fair to the employee, but to also fall in line with where the business is at. That eventually it's going to fall back to the middle. And so my advice for all of you that are stick it to the man is, yes, maybe gentle punch them, like that game, who can punch the hardest, right before you knock them out. But be mindful that if we have not learned anything about all these dumbasses going back and seeing the slurs that they put on Twitter 12 years ago pop up, things that you do now may show its ugly face later. That Glassdoor review that you posted may have your name associated to it, and if that happens and now that's associated with a Google search, it might make you harder to employ because the trust factor might be there that you're going to bash versus try to make things better. So my advice is, and I get that most of it's going to fall on deaf ears, is don't burn bridges. Understand that eventually this economy is going to go right back to the middle. Hopefully it doesn't swing all the way to the employer side. Hopefully it just gets gentle into the middle. Because the reality is, one, we're all humans. Two, when we die, none of us are going to talk about we wish we worked more. And three, kindness seems to win. So the kinder you are in this world, the better shot you have at victory. So just be careful. How much time did I will you?
30 seconds.
Yeah.
I just think if you're someone that you feel like you're like, screw it, I'm out, I'm done, I don't care if I don't have a job. I mean, I guess good for you that your parents don't give enough of a shit about your future that they're willing to let you fall back on that. But it's like, if you're going to be someone that's in that position, you better have something to back it, because the next job interview that you go on, it is going to become a question. And if it was a matter of you just being a little bit lazy and not having the work ethic that was behind it, if you're working your ass off and you're getting treated like shit, sure, leave your job. But those people that are actually talking the talk behind, they're like, oh, it was hard, they expected me to work for a paycheck. I don't know. It's going to come out at some point. And you're right. I mean, to write a Glassdoor or a Yelp review, you have to create an account. There's an email address that's tied to it. There's an IP address that's tied to it. Even if it's not your name, it will come out at some point. So just be mindful, because the internet lives forever.
I love that feedback. And let's not forget, it's called Glassdoor, but for whatever reason, that glass is only a one-way glass. So it's not truly a glass door. It's actually a closed door. Yeah, just be careful and try to be kind and understand that at the end of the day, I don't think the majority of people are not out to get other people. The intentions are in the right place. Just be considerate and be constructive. Tell your employer, tell your manager on how you can meet in the middle to make an environment great. I promise you, it's gonna make you a lot happier, and your life will be in a much better place. So, yeah, and Cassie, we talked about this last week. I'm just gonna throw this on there. In my opinion, this is also a flaw of college. College should prepare folks for what there should be a class on not burning bridges 101, and there's not. So there's another tip for colleges to add value to what they're delivering. But I love your feedback on that. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Work hard, y'all.
Yeah, work hard, y'all. Just not this weekend. Take it easy. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.